past.
Song not to do, and you did it.
Well, what I do now, and I have done ever since, if I'm doing a bride, doing a wedding, I always give them a list, and I say, if there's anything in that list you don't want, please let me know.
Yeah.
Cross it out.
God, that's unbelievably considerate.
Well, I think you have to, and a couple of times people have crossed out certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. You know, I can see that. Bereavements, people have certain songs, don't they? Now, have you any bad habits?
I'm messy. I leave things around on the
Jane's
floor.
face, she didn't know where to start.
I am messy. Yeah.
What would you say was the perfect age to get married?
50.
And why would you say that?
Because that's when I got married, and I think that's perfect.
Oh dear. Now, who do you find most offensive? Sooty or Sweep?
I would say Sooty.
Me too.
Because Sweep was quite amusing, and I can understand what he's saying.
That's right.
And Sooty will just wave things about and bang them about.
He does. He
So definitely.
doesn't really say anything, so he does he?
When Sweep talks, you know what he's saying.
Of course you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good indeed. Right, would you prefer a fast car or 9 million bicycles?
9 million.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Absolutely.
That's a private joke, nearly. If you could meet anyone in the world, who would it be? Not you, Joe.
I would have liked to have met Karen Carpenter. But
Oh.
obviously that's not going to happen.
That's definitely not going to happen now.
I would love to have met her. If I could meet anybody else, I'm thinking of all those greats I would like to meet, and I can't now.
Carol Carpenter was pretty
Karen
great.
Carpenter was great in my eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, no,
So who would be next? I think Tony Bennett.
right.
Yeah.
See. If you played a bad note, would you jump up and down and admit that it was your fault, or would you turn around and blame somebody else?
I'd ignore it because the public wouldn't notice.
That's a nasty dispersion.
I would never blame somebody else. I would admit to my error.
Yes, you would.
There you go.
I know you. You would. If you were a character in Coronation Street, who would you be?
I think Rita,
My Rita.
because she's got a career as a glitzy singer,
Oh yeah.
and she's got a nice new man,
Yeah.
and she has a very kind character.
So really very similar already.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have a tattoo?
No.
If you had a tattoo, where would you have one?
Probably on my shoulder.
On your shoulder. Any idea what it would be of?
Well, I nearly had one years ago, and that would have been a little saxophone.
Saxophone on the shoulder.
Mm.
Great.
Mm.
When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a saxophone player.
Well, I see how
Right from young.
only a few people can actually say what they are doing. So that's great. Who was your favourite comedian?
Actually, I would say Des O'Connor, because I love his chat. Would
Yeah.
you call him a comedian or a raconteur host? Do you know what I mean?
How about calling him he's just a nice man?
He is a nice. Well, I've met him and I've sung with him.
Oh, you see?
Yeah. In Felixstowe.
Oh, wow.
In Felixstowe at the Spa. He wanted somebody to get up on stage and play piano, and I jumped up and I said, "You got me, you got me." So the security men took me backstage, and I got up and he said, "Off you go then." I said, "Well, I can't play piano." I said, "But I thought after all the years of listening to you, I'd sing to you."
That's
So that was lovely.
what a wonderful story. I'm so glad I asked you that now.
Mm.
Now, which do you prefer? Empty notes or the filled in ones?